after thousands of years, generations of me telling this nigga to play Spider-Man PS4, he finally plays it and beat it. What's your thoughts on Spider-Man PS4?
Yo. Honestly, I'm happy that I played it now, bro, because it gave me something to enjoy, bro.
I mean, of course, but you would have enjoyed it if you played it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks
I know it
ago,
doesn't
4 weeks
matter when I
ago.
played it, but I was happy. I'm happy that I played it now, and I'm sad that I played it now because I can't play it like I can't play it as if it was the first time again. That's what I'm saying. But that like though like this game is like how I always wanted to see like a Spider-Man movie go down. Like it's kind of weird. Like it gave me like uh it gave me like a if Quentin Tarantino would make a movie, a superhero movie, kind of in a way where like he'll have a little subplots and little like plots and like little villains, and then somehow in like towards the end everything comes together. Like that's like a Quentin Tarantino movie. He'll have like little situations happen here, little situations happen there, and all the characters meet up and like at the end, and it reveals like how it all correlates.
I think that this only really works because it's a game. It takes the time to explain the character. Oh, by the way, we're gonna be spoiling the fuck out of this game. If you haven't played it, that's your fault. It gives enough time for the characters to breathe. Like the fact that we start off with Octavius. Is that his name? Doctor Octavius. We start off with Otto Octavius.
Yeah, Otto. They call him Otto for
Otto. Yeah. So the fact that we start off with him as a good dude, and we see like we see him like dive deeper into craziness like throughout the whole game. Like his mental state is just cracking throughout the whole game. It's just like and as a comic book fan, you know what's gonna happen to him. You know. So it's
the
like
whole time I was just waiting. I was like, yo, when is he gonna go off the rails, bro? Like I'm just looking at him. Like when I first met him, I was nervous.
Yeah, like I just love the game. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so fucking good. Like that, and then Mr. Negative, how like he's just like a regular dude, but then like he has a alternate reality, like an alternate personality, like everything, like the characters, the game design, the world, like it's just fucking amazing. And still to this day it looks fucking great. Like still to this day, the game came out I think in like 2018 or something like that, and it still looks fire.
And it's good because when you look at the villains and you look at Doc Ock, you're like, oh, like how could he control all these dudes? And then they actually took the time to show you like what he was planning and how he got everyone on his side to plan out what he was doing.
I feel like one of the best part about this game is that we don't have to rehash the origins of Spider-Man. We all know what happened to him. The fact that they drop us into a already well-known character, like he's been Spider-Man for years now, like you know what I mean, like all his main villains are already locked up and shit, and like then you even start off the game fighting Kingpin and putting him to jail, so you're like, wait, so he's going to jail, so like who are we fighting in this game, you know what I mean? And then it just kind of like the fact that he goes to prison and he says to Spider-Man, like, yo, you're gonna miss me. Like I made this city run good. Like like the fact that you're bringing me to prison, like you're gonna miss me, bro. And he literally did. Like it was like right after he went to prison, he showed him like, yo, this city's gonna spiral into disaster.
Yeah, it was funny because when he was web slinging at one point, he was like, yeah, Frisk was right. I actually do miss him now. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I like about the game too is like the boss fights, like they weren't like your typical video game boss fights, the way how you would typically see, like you'll see the HP level and all that.
It's mad cinematic.
It felt like you were just in a movie, the way how you fighting. And you were just like dodging, you were fighting, and you never knew like when it was gonna end. The sequence would just come in, and then you would go into the sequence, and it was like a movie, bro.
Told you, man. It was seamless. Like it would go from him running, and then now you're playing. Like it's just it was just so fucking good. So some of the details that you probably didn't notice was they the actors they pretty much have they what's it called, they performed twice. So one performance would be Spider-Man standing in on the phone while he's talking, versus while he's swinging, you hear his voice, like how you hear him exhausting his energy, versus him standing still. Like if you did it, you could see it, like the actor, like he pretty much performed it twice, which I thought was really dope. Also, whenever right when you jump off a building, that's when you hear the music start building up and then start playing. It's just like, bro, they did like, this is the best superhero game ever, like in my opinion.
I thought it was the best superhero game I played.
It's definitely the best Spider-Man game ever, obviously. And the funniest thing is the last Spider-Man game you played was fucking like Shattered Dimensions shit. Like,
you know
what I mean?
Yeah.
So
the last standalone Spider-Man game I've played was Spider-Man 2 with Dr. Ock in it too. In that one.
No, you played Shattered Dimensions. You told me that.
Shattered
Dimensions, and then was it Shattered Dimensions or the other one where it was like Spider-Man 2099? Fuck, what's that shit called? You know what I'm talking about.
That.
We literally had the conversation about this.
Did I? I don't know.
No, it's not Shattered Dimensions. There was Shattered Dimensions, and then there was what's the other one? Fuck. There was Edge of Time, Spider-Man Edge of Time.
Spider-Man Edge of Time.
It was pretty much like a straightforward Spider-Man game. It wasn't open world.
I probably didn't even finish it.
But I remember you telling me you played it. Like,
yeah.
So it was like a straightforward, like single player type game and shit. This one was like an open world, big adventure type game. But yeah, so the game was fucking amazing. Yeah, I think so. Now that you've beat it, now you're playing Miles, right?
Yeah, I'm playing Miles right now. Yeah. So
yeah, the fact that they set all that up, like, is fucking beautiful.
I liked how they put Miles in the first one. Like they were like focusing on him at some points.
Yeah, you got to play as him and Mary Jane.
Mary Jane. It just lets you know that like they're thinking ahead of time too. Like as you're playing, like, okay, we're not just focusing on Peter. We're also gonna focus on this character because for the new game that's coming out. Which I like how they incorporated it. They're implementing the future also in the present. You know what I mean? I also like it's kind of crazy because you would think you just want to play as Peter because all the other characters are kind of boring, but playing as Mary Jane was actually kind of fun too.
Yeah, it was. It was a good break from swinging around and doing all that. Like, you know what I mean? It was a good break, which I thought was really dope. It added more to the character, and also seeing, which is really fucking fire, when you played as Miles, you actually see his dad die in the first game. And now you're playing Miles, you get to see the repercussions of that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Which is
it's crazy. It's really like like they put this game as if it was a movie. They really did. Yeah. Like even with Mary Jane, when you were like in the was it an art museum or a bank when you had to stop the bomb?
I think it was the art museum.
Yeah, you were in there and you had to defuse the bomb. You have to actually like look and like defuse the bomb, and I like how you can order Peter like to help you out at some point. It was realistic. Yeah. It was as if you were watching a movie and they were completing a mission together.
Yeah, the costumes fire, even though the puzzles weren't boring, it was like literally everything about this game is just fucking great. So the creators of this game is Insomniac.
Yeah.
So they make the Ratchet and Clank games. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, when was the last time you played any Ratchet and Clank? You could tell.
It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time.
So yeah, you could So Insomniac, one of the good things about them is the one of my issues with open world games is just traversal, like getting from point A to B. Like if that's not fun, like you're not gonna want to do it. Like I know you barely used the subway system. Like it was just funner to swing around. Like you know
Bro,
what
I
I
only
mean?
used that thing one time.
Literally. So it's like
Literally one time.
so it's like that's one of the things that they're really known for. And which I think is really unique that even you could even see like little pieces of Ratchet and Clank, like the weapon wheel, like that's a Ratchet and Clank thing, like you know what I mean, the gadget wheel or whatever. So they actually just announced that Insomniac is making a Spider-Man 2. Did you see the trailer to that?
No, I did not see that. No.
We're actually about to watch that right now. And 2, they're making a Wolverine game.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I seen a photo on Twitter. It was trending. It said Wolverine was trending, and it was saying that they were gonna make a Wolverine game.
Yeah, they're making a Wolverine game, literally. Fuck it, I'm about to just share my screen. It's like a 30-second trailer, something not too crazy. But just like, what are they gonna do with that? A Wolverine game? Like, that's fucking crazy. Like,
that's gonna be nuts.
Can you imagine that? Like, I can't even imagine it. It's gonna be fucking crazy.
What was what is it? Was it rated R? I don't know. It was T. It was T.
Yeah, but this one might be. Who knows?
Wolverine, bro. If he's rated R, it's be a force.
I ain't pep.
Is it rated R or rated M?
Rated M.
Yeah. Hey. Oh shit. That's crazy.
You're telling me that shit's not gonna be co-op? You're telling me that shit's not gonna be co-op, bro?
That's crazy.
Come on. 2023, boy. And then
Wow.
I'll show you the Wolverine. I mean, it's like a quick.
Oh, they have a trailer for that one already?
It's like a 45-second trailer. It's not even pretty much like Spider-Man 2 is gonna come out before this, so it's just a quick. It's pretty much saying, "Yo, we're working on this." You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Nah,
we'll talk
judging
more
by
about
what they did with Spider-Man, that Wolverine game's gonna be insane too.
Exactly, and they're all PlayStation exclusives. Mwah, mwah.
That's crazy. That shit looks so real.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Shit's gonna be fucking bananas. Like, yo. So yeah. So pretty much why I wanted to show you the Spider-Man 2 trailer is because now that you got to play the game, you know that the suits mean something.
Yeah.
Like, so what are they gonna do with the black suit? Like, you know, the symbiote suit, is that gonna be like its own thing? Like, is that gonna have different moves? Like, I don't know what to expect with that shit. Like,
I don't know if they're gonna do it in this one, but it looked like they could do that co-op thing that you mentioned.
It's going to be co-op. I'm putting money on it right now. It's gonna be co-op. They just did a 2-player like finisher with on that chick or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be co-op, bro. I'm calling it. And that shit is gonna be fucking crazy. Like, it's gonna be fucking crazy.
That's wild.
One thing I want to really know is that what are they gonna do to Peter to make people want to play as him? Because it's a Miles tank. It's a Miles tank. You didn't even fully get to dive deep into Miles. So once you really dive deep, you're gonna see this nigga's different. Like,
I've seen a couple of shit already that I'm like, yo, why is he able to do this? Like, that's kind of crazy. Like, even the fighting too. Like, the fighting's insane.
He's different. Like, he's just, you know, he's gonna be cripping on niggas. You know, he's gonna be that little dash, that little electricity dash thing that he can do is nuts. Oh, I don't know. It's just, and what I think that they might do to make Peter, like, what make people want to play as Peter is add the black suit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it might be. So I'm thinking in the beginning he's gonna have the black suit, and then maybe it comes off and then goes to Harry or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now you know. After all these years.
Think of like the co-op. Like, would it be like, what if the Green Goblin was coming and then Rhino was coming? Like, yo, which one do you want to handle?
I can see it.
Yeah, that'll be fresh. It's like you can actually spit up.
Yeah.
And you can spit up. That shit would be dope.
Like, so yeah, so I'm super excited. But yeah, now you see what I see. What I've been now, like you played God of War, you played Spider-Man, you playing Miles right now.
My favorite scene in Spider-Man was the helicopter scene.
That shit was fucking crazy.
That was my favorite scene throughout the whole thing. And then my favorite fight was the Electro and Vulture fight. That shit was crazy.
That shit was fun. I think my favorite part of the game was the prison break, where they all just get out, and then you know, he was swinging and then Electro was shocking him. He's swinging at you and dodging it, and then he just gets jumped. All 6 of them niggas just start jumping his ass.
You know what I did? What I did on purpose is I wanted to see like what happened if you fail on the plane scene. So I actually like failed on purpose. I was like, well, what's gonna happen? He ain't gonna fall on anyone. They actually just killed people. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, man, it's mad cinematic. Like, it really makes you. It's mad cliche to say, but it really makes you feel like Spider-Man.
It also gave you like more respect for the Spider-Man character in general, because like when you look at his powers and what he's doing, it's like, yo, it's like he really got to, like, although he has Spidey senses, you really got to think fast, like, and you got to be really creative too in order to have that power to save people.
It's crazy because you think that the game is easy, but I died a couple times. Like, they can really overwhelm you. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh no, I've died a couple of times too. Not in the Spider-Man game, I've died a couple of times. Miles Morales, I'm dying.
Miles Morales is way. That's what I'm saying. Like, Miles Morales got harder. Like, I was like, oh, these Rockstar niggas and then these purple niggas. All these niggas is different. Like,
and I thought with all the moves that I have right now, I was like, how they gonna beat me? I'm a god. And then when you meet the underground, it's like, okay, that's how they're gonna fuck me up now.
Yeah, bro, the underground, they're different. They grab you out of the air, pull you down, fuck you up.
Yo, the ones with the swords.
The whip swords.
Dodging them, I'm like, yo, they dodging me.
Yeah. So we'll talk more about Miles when you finish it. But yeah, after that, yeah, you played that. You played God of War. You've been playing Miles. You know what's next, man. You know what's next.
What's next?
Infamous. You know. I need to.
Yeah, I gotta play Infamous,
Yeah, you got to. Because we gotta talk about that. Because that's my favorite PlayStation game of all time. Infamous Second Son.
Damn.
Yeah, I fucking love that game. That's the only game I've 100%ed twice. But yeah, it's pretty much like Spider-Man, but if you have a choice to either do good or bad, you know what I mean. So it's pretty much it wants you to play it twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. At least you actually played Spider-Man after the 40th time. I'm telling you.
Glamour of wearing diamonds.
Diamonds bring
Status.
elegance and prestige. Their brilliance makes